In my early Vikings fandom days growing up, I took the offensive line for granted. I thought they were a bunch of fat dudes up front. Who cares? Totally dismissed them. And I realized in hindsight that I didn't appreciate just how good we had it. I was spoiled. Guys like Matt Burke, Steve Hutchinson, great players. Bryant McKinney, Phil Lodeholt, very, very good players. And then Matt Khalil came around, and I finally understood just how important offensive linemen were, which brings me to Christian Darrisaw, second-year man out of Virginia Tech, said at the time of the draft that, because we always ask, is he a scheme fit? And I said, much like Brian O'Neill, that Christian Darrisaw is a universal fit. He could suit up for any team in the league and be just fine. Last year, 2021, the first game he played, not including special teams, was Week 5 against Detroit, where he played less than half of the offensive snaps. And you could see the talent, and I said, okay, I need more of this. That following game against Carolina, his first start, he was incredible. Just forged steel on the left side as a rookie. Now, typically off the snap of the ball, edge rushers, they can get anywhere from 2 to 3 moves off to force the offensive lineman to react to either stay in front of their man or, unfortunately, get beat. Now, the elite edge rushers in the game, much like TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, among others, they can get past their man in just one move. Christian Darrisaw was so great in that Carolina game that after just one move by the edge rusher, he was stuck, done for the play, couldn't go anywhere after just one move without holding. First point of attack, done. Didn't even have the luxury of space to go to the second or third move, whether it's an arm swing or a backspin. That's all man right there. 10 starts last year, a few welcome to the league moments, but overall a very, very good rookie year. And I understand if you want to go in the direction of Kane and Nwangu, but I would say he, along with Christian Darrisaw, were the Vikings co-rookies of the year. So now, after a season under your belt, you've got an upgrade in your positional coach, Chris Cooper, for the offensive line. Going into year 2, I'm going to say the floor for him at the very least is a Pro Bowl nod. After that, the sky is the limit because as impressive as he was in his rookie year, he's only going to get better. At some point in his career, he'll be an All-Pro. But the bigger picture here is that the Vikings now have 2 of their 5 starting spots on the offensive line locked in, which I know league-wide isn't saying much relative to the other 31 teams in the league. But for this team, that's progress. You just got to cross your fingers for the entire interior of the offensive line. Chris Reed, I think he'll be good if he ends up starting at right guard, but I digress. One last thing I want to talk about. So I did some cross-country traveling, went to a wedding in Boston, had a great time. That's why I was out for a while. In the meantime, I saw that Le'Veon Bell and Adrian Peterson, they're going to have a boxing match titled No More Talk. Really? No more talk? Who in the world was talking about this? So much so beforehand that they drew a line in the sand and said, no more talk, let's box. And I'm supposed to pay money for this? Pay-per-view? I'm just going to wait for it on Twitter for people to post highlights like they do with every other fight. And as it relates to Adrian Peterson, specifically with the Vikings, I just want to remember him for moments like 296 against the Chargers, coming back from his ACL tear, MVP, one of the greatest running backs of all time, and I'm going to have to see him go out like this, which I'm only guessing. Maybe it's a little bit because of having some financial issues. I'm only speculating here, but if you are a personal accountant to one of these high-profile football players in the middle of their career, if they say to you, hey, listen, I want to rent a camel for my birthday party, you say to him, are you out of your fucking mind? Are you serious? Renting a camel? I can only imagine renting a camel in this day and age, this year, right now, with inflation and all that shit, probably what, $100,000? So let's go back in time to when he did that. Let's say it's what, $70,000? For just one brief moment for likes and clicks, and you can upload the video, and everyone can be like, wow, Adrian Peterson had a camel at his birthday. Let's say it was $70,000 then. Could you use that $70,000 right now? Of course you could. Football players, man, they are so funny. I'm not watching a fight. I'm going to hang out on Twitter and wait to see the highlights. No more talk, please.